make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. I woke up this morning. Gonna smile when I say that shit. I woke up this morning. Go.
Cool. We're going.
Hello, Jordan.
Hello.
Rough night, huh?
For both of us.
Yeah.
2 L's.
2 seasons over.
Wait, that was your last game of basketball?
Yeah, for the season until next semester.
Wait, how does that work?
Well, basketball is in spring and fall, or fall and spring.
Okay, so you guys got knocked out of the tournament?
Yeah.
And you punched a kid, right?
Yeah, I pushed him with a hand. I don't know if I punched him. I just got angry at a call, and we were losing like 20 points.
So let's say this do me time is like the guy
pushed him aggressively
like that kind of like you put your hand in his face. Yeah. That's what a guy did that to me at the bars once. But anyway, so. Do you struggle with self-restraint in sports? Like letting
when it gets to losing.
So you hate losing?
Yeah.
I agree. I fucking hate losing. Do you hate losing more than you like winning? Or do you hate losing more than you love winning?
No, I love winning more than I hate losing.
Okay.
Feeling of winning, there's nothing else that can compare to it. At least a tough battle.
That's true.
Feel like you fought your hardest and you came out on top.
It depends on the circumstances. Like if there's any regret involved with the loss, then it's like a shittier feeling than like tonight. Like I genuinely feel I did the best I could to ensure that our team won, and it just didn't get the result. Yeah. Which really you can only control what you do, and that's the same with anything in life. So you can't really be too mad. Like I thought our team played decently well, and I thought I played well. Like I don't really have any regrets with how I played. I don't think I played poorly.
Yeah.
Because you were in the first round of playoffs?
Yeah, it was the first round of playoffs. We got knocked off. We just couldn't work everybody's advantages to each person tonight, and that as a result struggled. In the first half, we were only down 6 points at halftime, and then it just got out of hand after that.
So you kind of grew up playing sports your whole life, right?
Yeah.
What sports did you play?
Baseball, football, and basketball.
You played baseball, football, and basketball?
Yeah.
So was basketball in the winter, baseball in the spring, and then football in the
fall. So
you were busy year round.
Yeah.
I was the same way growing up, except I played soccer year round.
Oh hell yeah.
And then summers off of it, but that's crazy. Do you think that? Like you playing sports consistently your entire life growing up, do you think that's had an impact on your personality?
Yeah, it's definitely developed me into the person I am today, especially learning to mature in certain areas and understand time management better. And understand I've always been worried about my grades to keep them up and have high standards all throughout my. Guess since back to middle school is when it started out.
So your work ethic, because that's something I admire about you, man. You have a great work ethic.
Yeah.
With everything, with school, you're a straight A student.
Yeah.
With sports, you go hard. You go to the gym. You go to the gym late at night because you know you will be there. Right before, 2 hours before closing, right?
Yeah.
Because you know you will be there too late if you don't.
Yeah.
That's insane, dude. I don't know. You just have a very strong drive, a very strong determination, a very strong desire to improve yourself in a lot of aspects.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan.
It's admirable. Yeah,
thank you. What was I gonna say? Something about what's the toughest loss you've ever had to deal with?
Toughest loss I ever had was so tonight we played in the championship for IFC, which is intramural soccer for the fraternity leagues. Mm-hmm. We lost in the championship, which sucks, but honestly, that doesn't mean nearly as much as practicing with the team consistently and all that.
Yeah.
I would say the closest team I ever got with was my senior year of high school, my high school soccer team. We were a no-name high school like a public high school, played at the top division or whatever, like top caliber you could play at. Weren't expected to do anything like the whole year. We had the best record in the state going into playoffs, and we were ranked like number 10 or something like that. Like we finally got top 10 in the state after being like the best record in the state from like midway through the season. They just said that we had like terrible competition. We basically, long story short, we make it to the semi finals of state, which we did, like. We won the past 2 games before that on PKs. Yeah. Like this team was just, it was beautiful. Like we were a very scrappy team, and we just always managed a way to pull through and win. Yeah. And then we ended up playing SLU, which was a private high school. Everyone, dude, told us we were gonna lose. Everyone. Yeah. We get the first 10 minutes of the game, so it's a 90-minute game, or maybe it was 80 minutes, whatever. We get down 3-1. This was the craziest soccer game I ever played. We get down 3-1. Then right before half, we score another goal, make it 3-2, and then we basically, long story short, we end up coming back and winning 4-3. Crazy fucking game. So that put us into the state championship. Yeah. Like against all odds, dude. Nobody thought we were going to the state championship. I'm pretty sure we were like the first public school in the state of Missouri to make it in like, it was an insane amount of years, like 13 years or something. Since then, it's been done like by multiple private or public schools for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, dude, I heard you guys were crazy good.
Yeah, they won last year.
That's what's up. But so we make it to the state championship, and we're just not playing well, man. Like we get down 3-0. And there's 20 minutes left in the game, and they're still just outplaying us, outworking us to every ball. And I was disappointed in our team because we let up 2 just shitty goals. So, and I was disappointed. I didn't think I played terrible that game. I didn't play like super well. Yeah. But just as a team, I was just mad at like our performance, our overall performance. And I actually have a YouTube video of this, which is hilarious. I don't want to spoil it because it's like the craziest fucking thing. I didn't even realize what happened until years later. But anyway, somebody tried to jump over my back. Yeah. And basically, like, I thought he tackled me. So I got mad, and like he basically ended up flipping over me and is laying down on his back in front of me while I am on like all fours and getting up. So I get myself up, and when I stand up, my next step, instead of like stepping around him or like just walking away, I stepped on his stomach and just kept walking. And then I walked away. As I'm walking away, you can see it in the YouTube video. I'll probably put the link in the bio. But anyway, as I'm walking away from this like brawl breaking out behind me, I just don't even look back behind me, and I just walk away like nonchalantly, like nothing happened. But I end up finishing my high school soccer career in the state championship, last game I'm ever going to play, with a red card. I went off the bench and started crying, but that we ended up scoring with a man down and made it 3-1. But since there was a fair amount of regret involved with that loss, and more so with my temper being lost, my emotions getting the best of me, I would say that was the hardest loss. And under the circumstances.
What caused the red card?
The kid, I would blame more than anything, 1, myself, and 2, I would blame just my anger at my team, like for underachieving as much as we did, because I knew we were better than what we were performing.
So what exactly happened? And I'm sorry I missed out I just heard the ending part of you stepping on him.
So pretty much we're down 3-0. I'm already pissed off that we're down 3-0. Yeah. And he tries to jump over my back. I think he tackles me. So in retaliation, in response to that, to me assuming that he just tackled me, I stepped on his chest and ultimately got a red card. Got myself kicked out of the game and fucked over my entire team and school. Now looking back on it, it's kind of funny. I really don't regret it because I think we would have lost regardless. But I don't know. Like that was probably the toughest loss.
Had you ever gotten a red card before then?
I think so. I think I've gotten a few.
Oh, really? So it wasn't like a huge disgrace to your name, but it was pretty big considering you have a lot of people looking up to you at the state championship.
Absolutely. And people were like live streaming it from like around the area that like one I knew and people I didn't know.
Yeah.
Like there were hundreds of people watching me do that, which I would always I was an entertainer in soccer, man. Like I was the type of player like you push me over and I fall over, I just get up, start doing like 5 push-ups and I get back up. Like I like to like show my sense of humor while I'm still in that serious state of mind.
Yeah.
But what would you say the toughest loss for you is? And how did you bounce back from that?
Probably my senior season as well. My final game was a playoff game
Of football or basketball? Okay.
We were at Vianney, and we were playing, I don't know, this was the second year we played them, and it's always been, it's been a rivalry, I guess, ever since I got out of there as well, because it went back the year after, and they finally beat them, but my junior year, we lost to them, and so my senior year came around.
So this is like your revenge almost, like.
Yeah, it was planned on, we were going to beat them, but some idiots decided to vandalize their school the night before the game and drew like a whole bunch of shit all over their concession stand and stuff or whatever around the school.
So these idiots, they're from your school?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know who they were, but just some dumbasses vandalized their shit. So they had like a fire to beat us that night. Like before that, it would have. I think we had more of the momentum, but I think going into that game with that incident happening, it shifted the tide a little bit.
Right.
Because they were at home.
That's a huge incentive for them. Like fuck these guys. They just vandalized our school.
Yeah, and it was also their home. It was also a home game for them. And I just got back from, been out for 2 weeks with my back. It was a L3 vertebrae fracture, but it happened like when I was younger and just got like re-injured on my senior night, so I was unable to play on my senior night in the first playoff game. But I like just waited and did rehab with it because I wasn't gonna miss this game because I knew this could be the end. And I went into it and I just went balls to the wall as soon as we went out there. And I messed up a couple plays because I hadn't played in 2 weeks, and I was a little off. But
a little rusty.
Once the second, third quarter hit in, we started moving, and we got like 17 points in one quarter. We were down by like a touchdown or something, a touchdown or two. I think it was one touchdown. It was going into the fourth quarter, and I went on defense as well because I was like, this is gonna be my last shot. And I played both ways beginning of the season, but towards the middle, I just started getting a little tired, so they just kept me on offense, I think was the thing, because they wanted to make sure I could do my work on offense, because I'd played offense since I was, like, sophomore. Like, got moved up for certain, like, plays at center just because I could snap fast.
Right.
And so I played offense, and I liked offense a lot, and I was good. I played it since probably 7th grade. I played center, and so I played center most of the season. And going back to that game, I just decided, like, told the coach, I was like, I need to get in on defense. I'm going to do some damage. And sure enough, I went in and we made a stop, first, second, and third down. We're stopping them, and I think we got the ball back, and we just couldn't get a drive going, and we just got beat. It was like we just had a momentum swing, and they got the ball back, and they went down the field that next drive, and just we couldn't stop them after that. Like, we had the swing, we just couldn't get a score on it, and we ended up losing by like 2 touchdowns. I think was the final. It was like 31-17 was the final score, and it just was, I don't know, it was a heartbreaking loss because I knew we could have beat them. And the real sad part was that my dad told me before that game, he said, now don't come back here with a loss, because he'd lost to Vianney too. Was one of his last games, or they played them in playoffs when he went to St. Mary's, and they always beat him as well. And he's like, no, you can't come back here with a loss. I don't want to hear about that. And then I ended up having to call him, and it just was sad because we both had lost to the same team. It's just pretty shitty. 2 years in a row for me, considering the seniors before me lost to them as well on their last night.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it was just a shitty way to end the season. It was pretty heartbreaking because I put my full heart out there and did all I could. I was in a lot of pain.
Honestly,
that game as well.
You're like how you describe that, like how you selflessly decided to like I'll play defense, coach. Like as long like you were willing to do as much as you possibly could to ensure that your team would win. Like that's the determination I'm talking about that I admire about you.
Yeah, I just wanted to go out there because I knew I could disrupt a little bit of that offensive line, so that's why I wanted to go back out. I love defense as well. Just there's a lot of energy exerted when you're playing both ways.
Right.
In a heavy contact sport like football, it's a lot of movement.
Absolutely. So what have you learned from losses, and what have you learned from losing your temper in games? I guess you probably can't really, like tonight. Like, did you ever do things like that in high school? Like, do anything?
No, discipline was a lot different. I was always respectful of the referees and of the game more when I was in high school, just because I had more respect for my coaches. Now out here, I guess there's no coaches, so I just let the temper get the best of me. To be
right.
honest, it's harder to control because what do you have to lose? You're not gonna. What's the consequence? Oh, you get a technical foul.
Right.
You get a technical foul, but you're not. You're hurting, your team here, but it's not the same. It's not like a brotherhood, a brotherhood, it's brotherhood. It's a fraternity, it's fraternity league play, but it's not the same thing as a bonds. Like those guys rely on you, you're shedding blood, sweat, and tears for them.
Well, you're going to high school with them every single day. You're seeing them in the hallways as you pass by.
You're practicing
every single day after school. Day. You're gonna get a lot tighter with those guys, absolutely. And you guys all have this common dream versus the fraternity team, guys are showing up hungover sometimes. They'll show maybe not a championship game, but a league game.
It's just the level of intensity is not the same. You just can't ever match up to high school and sport. Is just insane, dude. It's just the feeling is just
absolutely not
just amazing.
So would you say that discipline and that hard work ethic that you have derived from sports, or did you have it maybe from school, or where do you think?
I think I just have had it ever since at a young age. I just have had determination to. Well, when I was real little, about 3 years old, I would sit outside my grandma's basketball hoop, and it was a large basketball. I was about 3, and I couldn't get in the hoop, but I sit out there for hours on end, making sure I made it in the hoop. I could never get it in. And I would just stay out there until it got dark, until the sun, until I couldn't see anymore. And then my grandma maybe come in, and then she got me a littler ball. And I finally, after hours, the next time I kept shooting, I finally made it. And I was happy that I accomplished that goal. But it's just always how my mindset's been. I have to get it done.
I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way. I to be happy in life, I need a challenge. Yeah. I need a meaningful struggle to put all my energy and focus towards, because otherwise I will get bored with life.
Yeah.
And I will start focusing too much on myself, which is a form of narcissism.
Yeah.
It's a form of narcissism, and I start focusing too much on my own problems.
Yeah.
My own struggles, my own hardships, and I replace that gratitude for life and everything that I have in life.
Yeah.
Instead of being grateful, I will focus my energy on what I don't have, and I start feeling a sense of self-pity for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that shit's destructive, man. That's a negative spiral. And multiple times I have pretty much gone from thinking only about myself to the self-pity of feeling sorry for myself, and then that will lead to depression.
Yeah.
And what I've learned over the past few weeks is whenever I get down, I need, I decided the other day, this was actually exactly a week ago today, I was driving back from my friend's house. I was like, dude, I like that was so fun. Like, I need more, like, excitement like that in my life. Mm-hmm. And Tony Robbins defines, like he says the 6 human needs. I'm not going to go into the other ones, but he basically says there's a balance between security and adventure that human beings need to kind of find that equilibrium, that threshold between the two. Mm-hmm. And I believe personally that the security, fortunately for me, has been fulfilled. And the type of mind I have, I like adventure. I fucking love adventure. So I need that adventure in my life. So what I decided the other day when I was driving home from my buddy's house is that I'm going to do one spontaneous thing every single day. Mm-hmm. Every single day. So I've like whatever that means. That's extremely subjective to however I'm feeling. Like tonight, maybe I could say this podcast. This is spontaneous. You know, like we're having a good conversation. We're picking each other's minds. Yeah. That could be considered spontaneous. But regardless, I need to escape that everyday routine of like just going to the library.
Just going through the motions.
Absolutely. Like doing the same shit you do every single day that you become so desensitized to.
You have to make life worthwhile.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Pick out the little things and expand on them, you know, like just value each and everything, I think, honestly, because there's a lot, like, what my buddy Alex was saying when he came down is, like, dude, like, there's just so much in this world that, like, in essence, he's, like, right, like, to get caught up on, like, it's not worth it when you got, like, the ocean to go to, or, like, just even traveling, like, traveling's his way to get out. It's, like, it's smart, because, like, you know, I mean, a lot of people, like, cope with, like, other stuff, like, they don't want to accept the reality, and unfortunately that results with, like, drug use if you look at it, like, in that way. And I'm not trying to down on anyone who does it, but it's, like...
they're filling a void. They're filling a void.
They don't want to accept the reality of, like, what, like, that life's hard, dude. Like, that life has challenges. Like, life will knock you down, and it'll spit on you, but you got to get back up and just keep pushing through and just take every day for granted, because... you don't know, like, what position you could be in, dude. Like, just, you gotta be humble with yourself and just be happy with the life you're given and make the most of it.
Gratitude's important, man. Gratitude, obviously, like, I've heard that be said. Like your parents will say, like, be grateful. And you always, like, especially with social media, you'll see, like, hashtag blessed and, like, shit like that. But, like, it really is. It's so important to focus on what you have, because, I mean, if somebody who has nothing, like, over in, let's say, I don't know, like, a poor part of Africa. I don't know what the poorer parts are, but they might be happier than the millionaire who is constantly wanting more out of life.
Yeah, because he's trying to fill the void because he's unhappy.
Absolutely. And he's chasing something that he's never going to fulfill because it's unfulfillable, because he's never going to stop and realize what he really has.
Yeah.
Which is why I told Pat the other day that I want to live, or at least experience or witness, poverty, like in like a very pure form. Like I like to travel for the experience and perspective, a perspective shift on life, like something that I can like tap into at any point. Which my trip across the country this past summer, like I have that, but like I need to leave the United States for that shift in perspective that I can be able to like really tap into, like just be like, let's say I start going in that negative rut of self-pity and that form of narcissism.
Yeah.
And I'm like starting to feel sorry for myself. Then
you can look at somebody else who's less fortunate than you and
I could just put like having that memory, and it's not that I need that memory or like I need that experience to be able to be grateful.
Yeah.
But I just think that if I could experience that or witness that, like it's just insurmountable and incomparable to the gratitude I'd feel right now at this moment. Only living in a first world country, arguably the greatest country in the world, my entire life, only leaving once to go to Jamaica when I was like 2.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know. I think I need that.
I gotcha. What was I gonna say? What time are we at on here?
We are at 24 minutes.
You go with wrapping it up for the night, or is there another topic you got on your mind?
Huh? Yeah, we can wrap it up. I think that was a good conversation, especially the ending.
I thought it was pretty constructive. It was a good, quick talk.
Also, to elaborate, one more point.
Yeah.
That is why I like, because the intro. Have you heard the intro to this podcast?
No.
It's so Chance the Rapper doesn't copyright his own songs, like he doesn't have a label or whatever.
Yeah.
And he only makes his money like through selling merch and concert tickets and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So I used that understanding of who he is as a person, which I respect and think is really admirable and fucking awesome, that he does that. But because it's so selfless and it's just not greedy at all.
Yeah.
But where was I? So that the lyrics to the intro are, why did he make you so special? Why did he bless you? Think about it. And like, I think those are great questions to ask yourself constantly. Like how are you special? Like really, like how are you special? You sitting there watching this, how are you special? You know, I think every single human being is special in their own way.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to figure out what makes you special. But anyway, how did he bless you? Gratitude.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Grateful for life. Like, another fucking day that this whole grand scheme of things didn't just burst into fucking flames. A meteor didn't hit us today.
Yeah.
Like, we woke up this morning. Like, every day is a fucking blessing. And
yeah.
I think 22 years of life, man, have gone by incredibly quick. And I think whenever I look at my life when I'm 70 years old, regardless, it's going to be like, you're still going to be like, wow, that shit went by quick. Like, life is quick, it's short.
Yeah.
And you need to be grateful for every day, and you need to just make the most of every day. And that's extremely subjective, whatever that means to you, because what makes you happy isn't what's going to make me happy, you know?
Yeah. I get you.
Yeah, so that's why I chose the song for this intro.
Hell yeah. So good.
Well, would you like to do the send-off? Or do you? I'm so bad at these, dude.
What's the send-off?
Just anything. I usually just ask the person I'm like with, like having a conversation with, to just be like have the send-off, because I'm so awkward at saying goodbyes.
Have a great day, everyone, and God bless you.